All right. See, the Canucks loss threw me for a loop. Let's start again. Hey, I'm Clay Emo. I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary live stream, post-game live stream on a night where the Canucks lost 4-3 to the Winnipeg Jets in overtime. And yes, you can tell I'm rattled. I didn't even have my proper setup. My mic wasn't even plugged in, but I trust that you can hear me now. And yeah, don't forget, let me go for the first 5 minutes. Let me riff, and then I'll turn it all over to you to save your questions until the 5-minute mark of this live stream, which will be in about 4 minutes from now. Shout out to my Hall of Fame members, Jens95, simalexander, Just Incredible, and nucksfan number 29. Thank you for your support. Thanks to the members of all levels of support. All 3 levels. I appreciate you. We're up to 26 members now, which you can see on the screen, which is awesome. Coach Rob is the latest member, franchise level. Thank you, Coach Rob. We are making our way to our goal of 30 members by the end of this month, making our way to our goal of 6,000 subscribers by the end of this month. Although it slows down when the Canucks don't play well. So thanks a lot, Canucks. Okay, no matter where you're watching from, thank you. Whether you're in my neighborhood of Steveston, Richmond, Lower Mainland, province, country, continent, or around the world, thank you. I appreciate you. I know that you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else, and basically I do not take you for granted. So as we start off, subscribe if you like to. If you haven't subscribed already, like this video. Don't like, I hate saying this. I say this so much. Don't like the fact that the Canucks lost. Like the fact that we can hang out and talk about the Canucks, win or lose. And like I said, if you want to join this channel as a member, press the join button underneath any of my videos, or check out the memberships tab on my page. Okay. This earlier before the game, some of you actually joined me on Instagram. Thank you. I did an Instagram live, an hour-long talk about my conversion story, my faith story. So thanks to everyone who joined me. I hope that you learned something. Oh, I see that Ray Bro just donated $2. Thank you, Ray Bro. You're a student, man. You don't have to support me financially, but thank you, Ray Bro. That is very kind of you. So thanks for that donation. And yeah, let me talk for a couple minutes, and then we will get to all of your questions. I now feel like the season is slipping away even more so. I always said there's 2 games against Winnipeg, then 2 Edmonton, 2 Winnipeg. We had to take 9 points, 4-0-1 at the very, very least. So now we got our 1, I guess. So we got to win 4 straight now just to get to 500, just to stay in the hunt. That would be 2 wins against Edmonton, and they're playing very well, and then 2 wins against this Winnipeg team that we only took 1 point out of 4 from. Of course, Pierre-Luc Dubois scores his first 2 goals as a Jet against us. I did not like our power play. Yes, we scored, but that's because we were 6-on-4. I did not like the way that we gave up those goals. Edler pinching on that second one, Miller giving the puck away on the first, and that third one, that was a good play on the power play. Maybe that's the one that you can live with. I do like the fact that the Canucks tied it up with 30 seconds left, that Pettersson kept shooting. See, it's amazing. So on the season now, he has 7 goals, he has 9 goal posts or crossbars, and he has 1 goalie mask destroyed, or at least popping off Hellebuck's head, as you saw. You guys know that the Winnipeg Jets are my second favorite team, but I take no solace, or I get no comfort in that tonight, because this is a game that the Canucks needed to win. The power play came out dry, like I said. Braden Holtby did not have a good game. He made 27 saves on 31 shots. He's got to be better than that. He's got to come up with a clutch save, and he hasn't done so. Some would say that sprawling one to keep it 3-2 instead of making it 4-2. Yes, that was a good save, but we need more of that and less of these weaker goals. Dribbling through his pads or giving up not just a backbreaker, but the end of the game winner in overtime to one Pierre-Luc Dubois. Okay, friends, I'm actually still in a remarkably good mood because I had a great weekend with family and doing that chat. But now it's 5-minute mark right on the dot. I turn it over to you. So any questions that you've been saving up, let's go. We will get them into, I'll start answering them right away. So again, thanks for being here. Jog Plus is putting in Harlock, see what he can do. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him. Fangirl, hey Clay, thoughts on Petey's 2 goals tonight? Yeah, not a lot of guys can do what he did on that goal, the second goal, where he Canuck's second goal, his first goal, where he went between the legs backwards and then taking the puck right off the ice. So he didn't bat out in midair. The puck bounced, but as the puck was bouncing up, so it wasn't flush, but he took it out half midair, half on the ice. Beautiful goal. And then yes, his game tying goal was excellent. And I was screaming. The kids were at a youth ministry night online praying. John knows all about that hot take about Catholic youth ministry, but the kids were praying, and then they hear me yelling, "Yes, yes, yes!" And then, well, 5 minutes later, I wasn't swearing, but I was yelling something else for sure. Harsunder, hope you're doing well. SsshirazzZ question: what would you rather have, Schmidt and Harlock or Toffoli, Stecher, Levo for 75 additional cap? Easy to say right now because we haven't seen Harlock, but and Schmidt's game is improving. But you got to like what Toffoli has done, mostly against us, though. So I think it's still, the jury's out. I think long term, I think Schmidt, that goal wasn't his fault. I do like Schmidt's game, but I hear what you're saying. Like, to see what Toffoli, Stecher has just been okay this season, and Levo not even playing every game right now. So if I had to pick one, I want to reserve until I see what Harlock can do, but I still think Schmidt's going to be good for us. But right so far, not so great. Where do we go from here, Arjun? Tough to say. We have to win the next 4, rattle off some wins in a row for sure. Drum, AMA, please answer. Why do you think that players end up breaking records or earning new achievements against Canucks? Like when Bobby Ryan came back to Ottawa, he scored a hat trick. Yeah, Brossoit has 2 shutouts. Luc Dubois, Pierre-Luc Dubois, his first 2 goals as Jets. Bobby Ryan coming back, hat trick. I actually think it happens a lot throughout the league. It's just magnified because we follow and love this Canucks team. I'm sure that many, many, many milestones are broken or set against every team in the league. We just kind of, they're magnified because we follow the team. That's my positive answer. Hey, Clay, where do you get your Canucks jerseys from? Pravin, I actually buy them from the team store because I have a 20% discount as a season ticket holder, and sometimes I'll wait for a good 30 or 40% sale. But for me, I buy the authentic ones, and I buy them from the team store. Do you think they will keep Holtby? Streamer, I think they will, because what are you going to do? You can't cut them. You're not going to get much on the trade market. I think you keep them, but you keep Demko as you ride Demko now as your number 1, and you hope that Seattle takes Holtby in the expansion draft. And if not, you have him for 1 more year. It's not the end of the world. It's not great though in $4 million. Harlock in, Virtanen out. Time for hockey. Virtanen only played 6 minutes. I like to see what Harlock can do, for sure. What needs to be fixed, Rohan? A lot there. The turnovers, the turnovers aren't as bad as they used to be, but the Canucks simply are not good enough to not make mistakes, which is unfortunate, but it's true. So it's so hard because if you're playing afraid to make a mistake, then you kind of lose creativity, you lose aggressiveness. But we've seen that the Canucks simply they're not good enough. They're not good enough, and they couldn't hold a lead against a team. No one's going to call Winnipeg world beaters right now, so they're simply not good enough. Nucksfan, Hall of Fame member Clay. My daughter plays goalie in hockey in Ringette and was listening. Heard Jen's 95 name, got excited. She loves watching her videos, so shout out to Jen's 95 from my daughter. Yes, Jen's is so good. Like I don't think she comes in any of these chats, or she might not even watch any of my stuff, but I know she supports a lot of hockey YouTubers across YouTube. So I watch her stuff. A lot of fun, and yes, grateful to Jen's. Grateful to everyone's support. Great point, Nucks fan. Always, thank God we face an easy team like the Oilers. I don't know. I think the Oilers are in 2nd or 3rd in our division right now. Noah, hey Clay, how are you? I'm great, Noah. Hope you're doing well. By the way, just because I'm smiling doesn't mean I'm happy the Canucks won. I'm smiling because I had a good weekend. Tyson, we need to fire Benning and trade the entire team. That's a little extreme. Paul, does it seem that Hogs is struggling with the puck? Puck doesn't seem to stay on a stick, and he can't hit the net with a shot. Yeah, Paul, he's definitely a high event player. Like you notice when he does good plays, wins a puck battle, but we also notice when he gives up the puck or when it bounces off his stick or when he misses the net. Think he missed the net 2 or 3 times tonight and he still had 5 shots on goal. Raybo, hey Clay, how's your day today? It was excellent, thank you. Did a bit of studying, did that Instagram live, went to church, ran some errands. Gotta go, but happy to donate. Oh, 3. Well, thank you, Raybo. Raybo, in and out, I like that. My 3 stars, if you're talking about both teams, I thought Pierre-Luc Dubois was good. I thought Mark Scheifele was good. And I thought Pettersson was good. If you're talking about 3 Canucks only, I'll go Pettersson. Oh, gosh. Where do you go from there? Miller, he had 24 minutes of ice time, and then 2 points. So maybe you go Pettersson, Miller, and I don't know, Quinn Hughes. Tyson's laughing at the 30 seconds. Michael, another tough loss. Yes, I know. How come Miller hasn't been scoring as much last season? Noah, I think he's still point per game player. I think maybe last year he overachieved a little bit. Yes, Rios, the next games, we keep saying this, but now they are really do or die. Ray Bro, drop a like and subscribe for Canucks content. Thank you, Ray Bro. You're my hype man, as you know. Hey, Clay, what's your thoughts on the Oilers as they roll into town? Nathan, we haven't seen them since the start of the year when we second. I think they, obviously, McDavid's on fire. It's going to be tough for us, and their goaltending isn't as bad as I thought it would be. Do you think Petey should help Höglander work on his shooting? No harm with that. I think, I think he could help him, but I think, don't forget, Höglander's a rookie, and he will definitely pick up on his game as a rookie. He will improve. I know the stream's a little bit laggy, you guys. I just bought a Ethernet cord, a 50-foot Ethernet cord that I will be using starting my next stream. I'm on Wi-Fi now, which generally is pretty good, but maybe I got too many things plugged into my computer right now. Harmon, last season Leafs would seem to only win by outscoring their opponents and not really defending properly. And Canucks seem like this season. Do you agree? Yeah, when we don't defend properly, we don't win. That's for sure. Debut Hunter Tamer, notice this game was exact same scoring trajectory as Flames OT. And yes, they won that one within 30 seconds. And this one was another 30 seconds. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Nick says Petey was fantastic. Thoughts on Horvat's game, Fangirl? I thought he was okay. He didn't have any points, but he had 4 shots on net. And I thought he was noticeable. I thought Horvat was okay. Hello, Rome. Yusuf, Clay, how do you remain calm? I need some advice. I don't go too crazy when the Canucks win as much as I want to, and I don't get too down when the Canucks lose. It's all in moderation. Rohan, fire Jim Benning. I don't know. It's crazy how after the Calgary series we were okay with Benning, and now not so good again. Where is Benning right now? I don't know where. He'll show up somewhere. Maybe he's lurking in the background. Coach Rob, newest member, thank you. Do we go with Demko now on Tuesday? Absolutely. Any other lineup changes? I would like to see Jace Harlock in. Be interested to see if Travis Hamonic gets in. It's not Jolevi's fault we are losing, but maybe you bring in Hamonic just for a change as well. So maybe Harlock and Hamonic, the 2 H's. Nick, Clay, do you think Hopey could stop a beach ball? Yeah, he wasn't great tonight. Inferno, Clay, what do the Canucks need in a checking line to lessen the damage from the other team top guys? You need Tyler Mott back. He was a big difference. And you got to skate. You got to work. You got to work. You don't have to be the biggest guys, but you got to work. And I thought the Canucks bottom 6 was okay today. Spencer, what is wrong with Miller? Yeah, if he does one more across ice pass on the power play, I'll go crazy. They never get through. What are the thoughts on Miller's game? A lot of people want to talk about JT Miller. It's funny. He racks up another 2 assists, but people aren't happy with his game. PD's goals were sick, yes. Char, Clay, how much do you enjoy McEwen just throwing bombs into Forbert's face? What a good guy. Could have also destroyed him when he was down, but he stopped, keeping the lineup 8. So yes, I keep McEwen in the lineup even though he played 6 minutes. Yes, that's kind of the code is you even see Forbert put a hand up. He knew he was done. And I was surprised. I didn't think the Canucks had to respond like that, given how they were talking, how Travis Green was talking, how the players were talking. But it was one and done. And then Forbert was still noticeable, but that's because he kept getting penalties. Keegan, hey Clay, did you know Lego Rocks was streaming and then his power went out? No, I did not know that. Hopefully everything's okay at his place. Did he come back on afterwards? I know he does pre-game streams. Love that McEwen stuck up for Höglander. I agree, Nick. Heads are going to roll, says Mark. Demko hasn't earned number 1, but either is Holtby. Yeah, Lefty, I saw your comments on my video. No, I think you got to go with Demko for sure. Especially if he's the goalie of the future. Riley, what'd you think of the view in Lake Tahoe? It was beautiful. Panzer, do you think the Canucks signed Pearson? He's been Horvat, only consistent line mate for a while. Panzer, I go back and forth on this. I say sometimes yes, because he is consistent. He's a good player, a good middle 6 guy. Maybe either, at the bottom of your second line or your top of your third line. But I also know he makes $4 million. And we're not going to have a lot of money next year. And that could be Podkozin's spot. So I'd be fine either way. I actually think we should trade him at the trade deadline, especially if the Canucks keep going like this. Trade him for an asset. Trade him to a playoff team that could use him. Jeff, the fear of mistakes is exactly right. Yes, tentative, I agree. Now, hey Clay, do you think we'll make the playoffs? This is the first time I'm saying this publicly. No, I don't. I think with every loss or with every chance to make up ground against teams we should be making up ground against, Calgary and Winnipeg, for instance, now Edmonton, we are not doing so. Fangirl, did Mickey make it to the end of the game? No, he ran upstairs to hang out with Gail. But yes, you saw my tweet. Poor Mickey. I don't think Benning is going anywhere a week after Aquiline's. Yeah, if anything happens to Benning, it'll be at the end of the season. Nick Clay, since you said this was a must-win game, I guess the playoffs aren't happening. I'm feeling less and less confident. I did say they had to go 4-1-1, so they have their 1-1 now. So they got to rattle off the next 4. Always, I like your confidence. You think the Canucks will expose the Oilers' depth? I'd be happy to admit that you're right, if you're right. Hot take. Hey, John, this next will be turning and Benning starts to check the market for selling purposes. Yeah, Pearson out for Tannen, Gaudette. Could the Canucks trade Holtby, maybe a team like Pittsburgh? Great questions, John. I think Pearson and Edler are the ones to me that they make a lot of money, and those are the UFAs. So I'd look at those guys for Tannen and Gaudette potentially. Holtby, yeah, they could trade him to flip him for, to a playoff team, get some assets. But we obviously need a goaltender back that we can expose in the expansion draft. Great points, John. Hope you're doing well. And continued congratulations and success on your channel, man. My stream thing says 102 viewers. Oh, there, we're at 100 viewers. Awesome. 100 viewers on a loss. Well, thank you. Maybe misery loves company. So while 100 of you are here, why don't you give this video a like? Again, not liking the fact that we lost, but liking the fact that we're hanging out on a Sunday night, ready to kick off a new week, and we are all together. Gmod, hey Clay, when do we say goodbye to the season and start playing prospects for experience? Not yet, but soon. Yeah, let's see what happens at the end of this homestand, or not even a homestand, the end of these next 4 games, before we have a 3-day break, and then we take on John's Toronto Maple Leafs. Yikes. JC, how do you like our chances against the Oilers? Although Edmonton's playing well, I think the Canucks match up well against Edmonton. So, we need both, but maybe we get one. Jeff, hot take. Canucks have a chance to catch the Habs. Habs have not looked great over the last 10 or so either. Yeah, but I was even thinking, even if we get into the playoffs, are we going to actually do anything in the playoffs? I know a lot can turn around, but we got to stop making excuses and we got to stop saying it's got to happen now, because it does have to happen now. Nahal, what do you think of Besser? He didn't look too great today. In overtime, he could have stopped the ball. Yeah, he didn't look good. Took a penalty near the end of the game. I didn't think it was one of Besser's best games. McEwen set the pace. Yes, he did, Nucks fan. I don't think anyone wants Holtby. Now, that's the problem, right, with a lot of Canucks players. What's their trade value? Very, very low. Do you see the Canucks making moves at the deadline, or do we wait till offseason? Infernal, they don't do this a lot, but the Canucks have to try to move Pearson, Edler, any of their UFAs. They have to try and move them this year. Spencer, how many no-look passes is McDavid going to put past our boys? Spencer, I don't want to think about it. Play Virtanen on Horvat line instead of Pearson. No, Rohan. I don't think Virtanen has the hockey IQ to keep up with the top 2 lines, unfortunately. Jacob, hey Clay, how you doing? I'm great, thank you. Hope you're well. Just packing for school. Good. Thoughts on the game-winning goal? Kind of think Besser went right by him. Yeah, I don't think Besser was tired either, but you'd rather have Hughes in that position, although I think Dubois may have walked Hughes as well. Dubois is a good, strong, fast player. Good goal by him. I half blame Besser and I half blame Holtby as well. You got to stop that. Ethan, what is wrong with the Canucks power play? They have had so many games where even scoring 1 PP would completely change the game and blow it. They never change it. Yeah, they've tried switching Miller and Besser for a different look. They tried reversing Pettersson and Miller's sides. Hughes likes to shoot. He likes to control be the quarterback, but his shots never get through, I notice. His shots never get through, but he's a good passer, good skater, obviously. Pettersson, when he shoots, he creates opportunities. He either hits the post, he either scores, or he makes a guy basically break his shins by trying to block him. So I still think you let Pettersson keep shooting, and then get Horvat and Besser mucking in for the rebounds. Yes, Austin Miller is making terrible passes. Thoughts on Yannick Hansen on the panel on Sportsnet? Fangirl, I only saw the first intermission. Did he do the second intermission as well? I thought he was fine. He didn't bring anything, he didn't blow my socks off with his analysis. He's calm, a lot more calm than I am. I actually think I'd be really good on the Sportsnet intermission panel, but that's just Well, that's me being a little bit cocky, admittedly. You know, give me a like if you think that I'd be okay on the Sportsnet panel, but don't give me a dislike if you don't think I'd be good. Just either like it or don't say anything. No, I thought he was fine. It's always nice. Canucks really like to. Canucks fans love their alumni, love their ex players. I thought he was fine. He was calm, and he talked about roster turnover, but admittedly, it's nothing that we haven't been talking about in the last that we haven't been talking about either. I saw someone give a dislike then change it to a like, so maybe that person felt bad. But I thought he was fine. Prime rib would have really helped this game. Who agrees? Okay, Chonger, I understand what I said now. I said I would take prime anything. And then so yes, Chonger, prime rib would have been great. And shout out to Professor Dogwood who reached out to me on Instagram because I think he felt bad that I was so confused. But yes, prime rib would be awesome right now. Very good, Chonger. You're awesome. Noah, are we missing Mott a lot? Yes, we are missing Mott a lot. I like the rhyme there, but we are for sure. Austin says, hope he was fine. Yes, that was a huge save on Klopp, but I still think he's got to make that Scheifele save, and he's got to make that save in overtime. But that's fine. We can agree to disagree for sure. I wouldn't classify his game as fine. Michael still thinks the Canucks can squeeze in the last playoff spot. I think so too, but we got to start winning. JT Miller's body language is horrible, and his passes suck. Yeah, Johnny, and Besser's passing isn't the best either on that line. Harmon, do the Canucks make a change before the season ends via trade or management firing, or do they wait until the season? I don't think they change on the management or coaching side, but I do think they have an opportunity to do something on the player side. By the way, my kids were making fun of me. They say I look funny when I'm not wearing my glasses because I wear my glasses all the time. I had an eye condition where I couldn't wear contacts for a while. So I do wear contacts when I have to look decent, or at least I think I have to look decent, or I look decent because I did my speaking thing today. But yeah, so I'm wearing my contacts today, and my kids were making fun of me. So how's that for love? Dexter, I want to do to Miller what McEwen did to Forber. Jim Benning is here. Trading Braden Holtby in exchange for this guy. I don't know sure who that guy is with the stop hand. What do you think of McEwen jump start to the game? Nucks fan, I was actually surprised. I knew there was a chance with McEwen being in the lineup, but I thought he was fine, and it was a fight, and it was done. No, we need to bring Harluck because he's kind of like Mott. Yeah, I'd like to see him. Rome wasn't impressed with Hansen. Jimbo's here. Miller's quickly becoming one-dimensional and defensive liability. Interesting, Jeff. So you're not a fan, it sounds like. Hey, Clay, when do you think DiPietro will get his chance in the NHL? I think he's about 2 or 3 years away still, an actual making a team as a backup. I really think if the Canucks can't move Holtby, I think after Holtby's contract's done in 2 years, DiPietro, it'll be his turn. Because then, don't forget, Demko will have another 2 years of experience under his belt. Dexter, hey Clay, I watched some of your Insta Live and I don't want you to tell me what to do when you don't know a thing about. Yes, Dexter, I saw your comment. Very good. Well said. I didn't know the Oilers were 9-2. Wow. People giving Jim Benning some hints on management. Debut Hunter, do you think our cap and team will be better, worse, or the same next year, given we have some money coming off the books, but also pay raise due? I think we'll be better next year. I really do, Tamer. I really do. No, Nick, I'm not on team TANK. I'm not only going to say it, I'm never on that team. What part of Vancouver do most Canucks players live? Some live in Kerrisdale, some live downtown. Should we bring Linden this season? Not yet, Harmon, but I think he has a chance to make the team next year. Why do we have 2 number 2 goaltenders in our lineup? I know Lefty's not the biggest Demko fan. That is funny. Panzar likes the Canucks' new reverse retro. Casket's happy we don't have Kane. Riley likes the Jets. I know that. Jeff King playoff looking like a long shot right now. Yes. Why is everyone hating on Holtby, Jogpaul? I'm not hating on him. I can't speak for everyone else, but I don't think he had a great game though. You guys talking about Holtby and Owen Power. Keep McEwen in next game and try Harluck and Virtanen. Noah, Yes, I think that would be good. I'd like to see what Harlot can do for sure. Do Canucks finally win a lottery this year? We'll see, Harmon. Arso, hey Clay, what's up? Hope he isn't good enough. We'd have won today if Demko was in. The last 3 goals just have to be saved. Thoughts? Didn't like the Scheifele goal. Didn't like the overtime goal. Hope he's not the biggest guy, so he seemed to leave a lot of net exposed. Even John Garrett said that on the Pionk goal. That one, I'll give him a pass on. I don't think he even saw it. Although you like him at least to flail and at least try and hit something, I guess. He didn't even move. Kai Miller played 11:63. Is that a typo? But yes, he played 12 minutes in the third. A workhorse, yes. Still makes oblivious play, yes. So it's a good and bad with him. High risk, high reward. 11:39. Thank you. I've said this many times. I have it upon first-hand knowledge that there are people in the organization that had and probably still have Luongo-type hopes for Demko. Those are very high hopes for sure. Jim Benning, you should be on the TSN panel, Clay. The Duthie boys are not mean to me, unlike Sportsnet. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. Jeff says I'd be good on the panel. Thank you. Rob, you're good. Andrew, you're good. Thank you. I fit in the Sportsnet salary cap perfectly. I'm not sure what that means, Andrew, but it sounds funny. Did you read the results from the Elimination Chamber? Yes, I did, Edmund. Kind of surprised. Mr. Joker, yeah, a lot of people are not fans of 650 compared to 1040. That's for sure. John, I will be the next big shot insider after you. I think you're the one who has a career and a future in this, for sure. Why do you think the Canucks traded Burrows? At that time, I was happy with that trade. The Canucks traded Burrows and Hansen for Goodobin and Jonathan Dahlen, 2 potential prospects. I think those were good trades at the time. Clay is greater than Bob Mckenzie. No, I don't know about that. But thank you, Michael. You're good to me. Avash, do you think Miller can turn it around? Yeah, I do. But, or maybe he overachieved last year. And it's crazy, right? It's so polarizing. He's point per game, but a lot of people are frustrated with him. We need 3rd place. Yes, 4th place, play against Toronto. That would be very tough for sure. Andrew says, you look younger without glasses. More mature looking with glasses. Okay. Just wear sunglasses instead. I look like Yakuza, Japanese gangster when I wear glasses. Hot Take says, trade Edler for a bag of pucks. Yeah, I saw your comments earlier, Hot Take, just before I started taking questions, and I know Edler is so slow. Edler is so slow right now. As of right now, what do you think the North standings will be like at the end of the year? So, Etha, despite what I said at the start of the year, I predicted Toronto, Calgary, Vancouver, Montreal. Yes, I had Vancouver 3rd. I had Toronto, Calgary, Vancouver, Montreal, Edmonton, Winnipeg, Ottawa. Now I think it's going to be Toronto. I don't know. I still think Montreal can turn around. But this Winnipeg team, I still think it's going to be Toronto, Montreal, Winnipeg, Edmonton, Vancouver, Calgary, Ottawa. I think we have a chance to beat Calgary in the standings and try and fight Edmonton for 4th or Winnipeg for 4th. I can't remember who I said 4th. But I still think it's going to be Toronto, Montreal actually at the top. Nick, hey Clay, do you think anyone would trade Holtby for warm-up pucks? I think you get more than pucks, but a little bit. Whoa, Owen TV. Thank you for the $7 donation. Very kind of you. How are you? So I better answer his questions since he donated. Thank you, Owen. What do you think that Patrice is coming back to his goal-scoring ways? I do. He's got to keep shooting. I do. One last thing. God bless, peace and love. Owen, God bless you too. And thank you very much for the generous donation. I really appreciate that. You're already a member, so that's very kind of you. Thank you. All right, let's keep going with the questions. What do you think of the game? Quantum is frustrating. Even when we were up 2-0, it didn't feel safe. And sure enough, Winnipeg proved me right. Fango, do you think the Canucks will trade Edler? Do we need him this season? Well, we don't need him this season if we're not making the playoffs. So if the Canucks are out of a playoff spot, I think we got to look at moving him instead of losing him for nothing. Why not? All right, so great matchup this week, Clay. Yeah, you beat me. Came down the last day and lucky you passed. Yeah, no, you're good. That's twice now. Last 2 weeks I've lost on the last day, so maybe I'm not managing my roster properly. Congrats, bro. Did I say bruh? I meant to say brother. I don't say bruh. I say bro or brother. Always wants to get back to the Pacific. Kings, Ducks, and Sharks. Reverse retro. Yeah, we're only 1-2. We're actually 0-1-1 with them. Not the best, for sure. Dexter, hey Clay, is Colorado one of your favorite teams because you would travel there for a lot, conferences and such? No, actually, I just like the way they've built their team. I like McKinnon, I like McCarr, I like Bowen Byram, obviously. I like Joe Sakic from back in the day. I've always liked the Quebec Nordiques, i.e. the Colorado Avalanche, except when they're beating on us in the playoffs. So yeah, Winnipeg, I have traveled a lot for conferences and for talks. Colorado, I've only been once. I just like their team. Great question, Dexter. Debut Hunter, if you could swap out one of our players for another NHL player from the same line, what swap would you make? Interesting. Swap one of our players for another NHL player from the same line. I would, okay, if you don't care about salary, I would take any of the Winnipeg wingers on the second line for Pearson. I don't even know who the Winnipeg second line. I guess the first line was Scheifele, Dubois, and Wheelers. Does that mean that the second line was Ehlers, Stastny, and Kopp? Yeah, I take Ehlers for Pearson for sure. Maybe Kopp. I don't know. That was line A for sure. Okay, let's say that for now, just because I can't think of anything. Oh, okay. And you said Miller for Draisaitl. Of course. What was I thinking? Why was I thinking first line? Yes. Miller for Draisaitl, because I'm not touching Petey, although Matthews and McKinnon are really good. Yeah, Miller for Draisaitl. Let's do that. Nathan says, I think you should replace Garrett in the booth. Oh, that's very nice of you, Nathan, but Garrett's good. I like him a lot, and he brings a lot of wisdom as a former player, for sure. Some trade options for Jim Benning. Riley says, I look young with or without glasses. Thank you. A lot of people like Miller for Draisaitl. Too bad it's not going to happen. Always says, I don't think the Leafs would be a threat in the playoffs. They are mentally weak. Okay, I'm not sure if hot takes. Oh, he is. So hot take. I would love to know what you think of as the consummate Toronto fan. Michael as well, as a Toronto fan. Let me know what you think of always comments. Leafs, Jets, Habs, Oilers from John. Jets showing potential. Yeah, that's fair. Owen, once again, thank you for that generous donation. Dexter Clay, your thoughts on the Canucks fan wanting to re-sign Edler just because his advanced stats are good? It's like they forget everything they watch and just focus. Yeah, you got to have a balance between advanced stats and the eye test. And the eye test shows me that Edler keeps getting walked still. And he's slowing down. He's not going to get any faster. Lefty likes Hansen, and his voice has gotten deeper. Very funny. Jim, yeah, you can donate Louis' check. I'll take that. Nick, I think Louis is going to play 100,000 games? Not with us. Can a team from Canada win the Stanley Cup, or the other divisions that much stronger? You know, Boston looks like a wrecking ball right now in their division. The other division, you know, I think, isn't it Carolina and Florida and Tampa? They're all playing well. And then, of course, you have to go against Vegas or Colorado. So I think it's going to be tough for Toronto or any Canadian team to actually win the Cup. But it'll be interesting for sure. If Canucks get first pick, Owen, Powers, or Luke Hughes, I think Powers is generally the consensus number one, right? John, is Tyler Myers getting traded? No, I don't think so. Hey, Clay, do you like Colorado's reverse retros? Love them. They're among my 3 favorites. I like that one, and I like the LA Kings one. Okay, that was only 2 favorites. Do you think Canucks will host an All-Star weekend? They will. But, yeah, they will eventually. Would you trade Pettersson for Jack Hughes? Jigs, no, I wouldn't. Although it would be interesting to see Hughes and Hughes play together. Do you think Nate Schmidt looks like the Joker from Batman or Thanos? Maybe a little bit. Jim, I saw the comment the first time. Just because I read it doesn't mean I didn't see it. Drysdale over McDavid. I would move Patterson to left wing and put McDavid in the middle. Huh, interesting. Interesting. JC, maybe the Canucks have a 2016-17 Avalanche-esque season this year and bounce back next year and the year after. I love that. Remember how bad the Avalanche were? They were so bad, and now they are so good. Also, I was happy that Petey was taking one-timers on the power play. Kept breaking a stick. He broke another one tonight, but yes, he's got to shoot. And I said this many times. Shoot and either hit the post, shoot and either score, shoot and knock the goalie's mask off, or shoot and make a guy try and block a shot and get hurt, have second thoughts doing so. Avash, I agree. I think if we keep Edler, I have a feeling he could retire without going to another team. Like, if we don't offer him a contract, I could see him retiring because I know he loves it here in the city. Dexter Powers nowhere close to consensus first overall pick. Thanks, Dexter. I told you I don't know much about prospects, so let me know who is the consensus overall pick right now. Michael says Leafs haven't passed the first round in a while, but I have hopes this year. Good. Yeah, I agree with you, Edmund, that Edler would rather retire than go to Seattle or another team. Well, I've caught up. Maybe I've skipped a bunch of things that I wasn't supposed to. And we had like 100 people in here, which is really good. Okay, here's some more Canucks stream about the 2017 Avalanche season. They also traded later on to prove the back end where the Canucks do something similar, however. They haven't shown a penchant to do so yet. Christian. Thoughts on bringing Höglander to the first line, playing with Besser and Petey? Not yet. Because I'm not sure how well Miller would do with Horvat and Pearson. I'm okay with the way the lines are, to be honest with you. But maybe you could try it for a different look. Nick Hickley, do you think the Canucks will host an outdoor game soon? They come up with a nice jersey. Yeah, but I joked around about the Heritage Classic from whatever it was, 2014. Then Luongo got traded two days later. So I don't think we're going to be in line for an outdoor game for a while still. Fangirl, is Marie Huey one of the best anthem singer for the Canucks? I'm very biased because she is my longtime friend and collab partner. I think she is the best. I wish Hughes would pass the puck to Patterson more on the power play. Yeah, and you're right, Dexter. Sometimes they're not always the best passes. But you can tell Hughes likes to shoot as well. Good try, Inferno. I'm not going to say that name. Avash, who do you see Seattle taking from us at the moment? I think it's going to be one of our younger guys. We can't protect, if they're all still here, Mott, McEwen, Virtanen, Gaudette. So I think it could be one of those guys for sure. No consensus right now. Good to know, Dexter. They traded Duchesne. Yep, that's a big part. Arso, Montreal isn't as good as people think. They have 4 games versus Vancouver and 5 games versus Ottawa. Close to 500 record with the other teams. Okay, that's good. I didn't know. I know they're struggling. I didn't know they were struggling that badly. That's fair. Clay, do you have a favorite goal song? No, Riley, I don't. Although I did like Holiday, maybe because that was in the heyday of the Vancouver Canucks. Lake Louise, Battle of Alberta. Yeah, that would be nice. Spencer wouldn't mind Green messing with the lines. Tamer, if CCC became the next billion-dollar enterprise, would you try to buy the Canucks off Ackley? No, but I would buy season tickets for all of my YouTube subscribers. How's that? Dan Clay is too smart, said no one ever. Dexter, what was that about calling me Clado? Jim Benning just called you Clado. That's a funny nickname. Yeah, I'd be fine. I get called that before. Clado. That's good. That's good. Austin, don't see why everyone's so upset. The boys have been playing solid, just can't get results. Ram Blues 2 seasons ago. Yes, but I just think it doesn't feel right now, Austin. But I appreciate your positivity. Oh, there are 2 Jim Bennings in here. That's crazy. Okay, I think I've caught up to all the questions, which is good. Oh, nice try, Harsinder, trying to... Although I trust you, aren't you the scout? But don't try and get me to say that T-A-N-K word. That was pretty funny, though. That was good. You can't trade Edler. Check all the Canucks contract has no movement. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. I forgot about his no movement, although he has to be part of that no movement, though he can be exposed for the expansion draft, although he's going to be a UFA. So that's a tough one. Yeah, so maybe Pearson is the one that we try and move for picks. John, I don't know if I'm a legend, but it's funny. I was on that Instagram live with a youth worker from Toronto, and that's the very first thing is he called me a legend in youth ministry circles, which was very nice. But then that I also equate legend to old man. But thank you, John. Takes one to know one. How's that? What is Virtanen's deal? 2 years, 2.5 a year. The rumors are they're trying to move him, but they got to move up his trade value. Sheldon Hoglander really enjoyed McEwen beating up Forbert. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Do you think there'll be fans in attendance in the North Division team arenas at any point during the playoffs at the very least? No, Avash, I think we're looking at next year. That's next season. That's my guess. Okay, sorry, Harsinder. I will look him up. I just won't say his name. I just saw TAANK at the end of his first name, so I'm so sorry. I trust you. See, that's how much I trust all of you viewers, is that you wouldn't steer me wrong. If Sutter, Pearson, Edler took team-friendly contracts, would you keep them? Sutter, no. Pearson, yes. Edler, no. Chonger, just watch your conversion story on Instagram. Really cool. I'm encouraged that you showcase your faith on the platform around. Keep it up. Thank you, Chonger. Yeah, I'm real. For better, for worse, what you see is what you get. I'm not going to shy away from my faith, my beliefs, my family, and I don't have two different channels or anything like that. You guys know, and you guys like me or love me or hate me just the same. But no, I feel very supported by this community. I have a feeling that Rob Faye's show just ended because my views they were at 100, they dropped down to 80, and now they shot back up to 94. So I'm guessing, it's my guess that Rob Faye's show just ended. Harsinder, now I don't know, because that name you just put also has the word TANK, so I think you're trying to mess with me here. Clay, your last name is mesmerizing. It's Imo. I-M-O-O. It's actually in Japanese, Imo, because you say every syllable, but I don't say that. It sounds like I'm stuttering. Just kind of rip through. So Harsinder was kidding. Okay, so there's two Jim Bennings. I've never had two, one Jim Bennings enough, and now I have two in there. This is funny. Nice try, Arcel. Yeah, now all these variations of the word T-A-N-K. You think at this point Green or Benning will go? Not Green. Very well respected players, love him. Yes, dude, they got to find a way to set up Patterson more. Do you think no Canucks fans is affecting them this season? Spencer, I'm going to say no. Actually, granted, I saw Vancouver play Ottawa, but when I was in the arena for that one game with Marie, the Canucks played well. I was actually impressed by players from both teams and that they play very intense. I think they got over it because of the bubble. I think they got over the fact there's no fans. I think that's a fair question. Chonger searched up hard. If the Canucks don't make the playoffs, who do you think we will draft? Quantum, it really depends on where we wind up in the lottery or in the order. If you had to pick a snack, sushi, Chinese food, or full, sushi all day, every day. Clay, in my own opinion. Yes, I've used that before. IMOO, I've used in my own opinion. Very good, Tamer. That's exactly what I've used it for, but that actually is my last name. Okay, we got two Jim Bennings and a Bim Jennings now. This is getting crazy. Yes, Riley. My wife puts up a picture of she's a teacher. She puts a picture of a cow with an X, meaning it's not pronounced I-moo. And she puts a picture of Nemo because it sounds like Nemo. It's emo. Pineapple. Okay, you guys are moving to the non-Canucks questions. Definitely Pineapple. Do you think we'll have to take on the remaining Louis deal? I really want to see them do a buyout, right? So it's just 1 year. Then it's 2/3 of his contract spread over 2 years. Half of his contract spread over 2 years. When is Mott and Travis back? Hamannik's closer than Mott for sure. Okay, that's good. I think we better end it there. Okay, 5 minutes to the 50-minute mark of non-Canucks questions. Riley says you have a good sense of humor. I think so. I'm not the funniest guy ever, but I think I'm pretty witty. Yeah, no, it would be great for 10 and was scoring. Mott is a keeper too, yes. Okay, so let's go. 4 to 5 minutes of non-Canucks, non-hockey questions. How was Squamish, Rob? It was great, but that was back in the summer. That's where my picture was from. Pineapple only belongs with liquor. Top 3 things to do, see in Vancouver. All scenic things. You can ski, go skiing in Whistler. You can go to Stanley Park. You can walk the seawall. You can go to any of our beaches. A lot of great things to do. Go to Steveston, where I live, for some. Go to Gastown. A lot of cool things. Booyah, booyah. The best airline you've ever flown with. Interesting. I actually like WestJet because I have what you call it status with WestJet. I knew people that worked in WestJet. They would always get me, the nice seats and the exit rows. It's funny. I made a big thing when I used to travel a lot for work and speaking. I'm only 5'6", but I would always get and pay for, but usually get, especially in WestJet, I would always get the exit rows because I knew people there, even though I didn't really need the room. How was your day? It was great, Michael. I hope your day was good as well. Hamster or guinea pig as a pet? Let's go hamster, although I like my dog. Best year of my life? 2000. That's the year I met. That's the year that Gail and I got married. 2000, because it basically set the tone for the rest of having kids and doing all that cool stuff. Did you eat in Yokohama? Yes, when I was growing up. Do I go to the Steveston location now? I've only been a couple times. I've been very disappointed. It wasn't the same as when it was on Westminster Highway. Have you ever skated on a lake or outdoors? Not on a lake, but outdoor. Yes, I've skated on that Rideau Canal or whatever in Ottawa. What are 3 bucket list things you want to accomplish in the next 5 years? Hot take. That's excellent. Excellent question. 3 bucket list things. I want to play the Oregon for the entire Canucks game, not just for the warm-up, because I was blessed to do that a few years ago. I would love to speak at a major adult conference somewhere in North America. And I would love to take my wife, Gail, to Rome. We were supposed to do that for our 20th anniversary this summer, but the world had other plans. Riley, you are my second favorite YouTuber from Canada. I will take that as a huge compliment. Who's number 1? Is he in the chat right now? Let me know. Debut, would you live anywhere else in Vancouver or Steveston for life? No, not in Vancouver. I love the Steveston area. I don't want to go anywhere else in Richmond. I'm kind of away from all the madness here. So no, if I Lower Mainland, I think I'm in the place that I want to be. Favorite restaurant in BC? I like the Water Street Cafe downtown. It's Kobe. It's Kobe Steakhouse in downtown Vancouver. Allie was here. Oh, it's not lurking, but Allie's in the background. Thanks for being here, Allie. We need your cousin back. If you could change one thing in your life, what would you change? Jeff, that's a great question. I am very blessed, hence the shirt. This sounds so funny. I think I would want a better singing voice because then I could actually sing in my parody videos with Marie. I could do some more stuff social media-wise, music-wise. I think that's the thing. I'm a good pianist. I think I'm a good musician, but I'm a horrible singer, and I admit that. And I would love to have a great singing voice. Is that too vain? Or is that too bass? Okay, I gotta go fast. Is the Robson Square ice rink good? I think it's fine. Lukav, the hockey guy. Oh, the hockey guy's my favorite. Yeah, he's good. Wings or nachos? Wings. Will Canucks make the playoffs in the Western Conference format? Because it looks like Canucks have a good chance. Will the Canucks make playoffs in the Western Conference format next year? We'll see. It depends about our team. Clay, have you ever been to a non-Catholic worship service? Yeah, I have. Many, actually, because I would speak at non-denominational or interdenominational youth conferences. Yeah, I've had a bit of Protestant faith exposure. My brother is a Protestant, and I have gone to youth conferences, but not a lot. No, obviously I spend most of my time and energy within Catholic circles. Swimming at the pool or at the beach. I like the beach more, but I'll swim more at the pool because in the beach, I think I would just drown just in case. Have you skated on the SFU reflection pond? No, I haven't, Dogwood. Ghost Hunters or Destination Truth? Neither. Don't watch. I heard of both, but I haven't watched either of them. Best non-mainstream underrated Japanese dishes. Ooh, non-mainstream Japanese dishes. I like aburi. Some would say that's mainstream, but I don't think a lot of people eat aburi. They eat more the maki, the nigiri, and the the sashimi. So I think a burri is good. Great answer, Clay. Love it. Thank you, John. Best NHL city in general? Maybe it's Vegas. What is the worst NHL city? Maybe Buffalo. Favorite pho and ramen place? Pho. Ramen I don't eat. Edmond pho. I just go to Tyson in Richmond. Meat and potatoes. Appreciate the kind words. Lots of great. Agreed. What's your favorite chips, brand, and flavor? Simple. Lay's ketchup chips. Oh no, I like Miss Vicky's jalapeno as well. What's the most you spent on an item of clothing for myself? My Indochino suit. I have a nice Rolex watch, but that was given to me. All right, that's good. I've gone like 7 minutes now. Okay, friends. So I hinted at this, and I think I mentioned his name. I didn't mention his name, but I hinted at it. I am doing a Zoom chat with Andrew Walker of Sportsnet 650. A lot of people like him. A lot of people can't stand him, but I'm a man of the people. No one asked for this one. I want to do this one because I actually like Andrew's style. I like how he plays the heel in the Vancouver market. So I will be interviewing Andrew Walker tomorrow night. So look for that on my channel Tuesday morning. I'm actually very, very excited to do this one. So that's my next Zoom chat. Thank you for being here. We got over 100 people. It was a loss, but at least we were hanging out. Maybe because we went back to my roots a Sunday night. Hall of Fame members, I will track you guys down because we're going to do our Zoom call, our one-on-one Zoom call by next weekend. And then I'll also have an exclusive video for you guys. And then for franchise members, our next members only Zoom call, members only live stream will be a week from tonight. Remember, it's every second Sunday. So second and fourth Sundays of every month. Thank you guys for your support. If you want to become a member of the channel, you can click on the join button underneath any of my videos or check out the memberships tab. If you choose to support me financially, that is awesome. And if you choose not to, that is just as fine as well. I appreciate you being here. Regardless, Ray Bro, thank you for the donation. Owen TV, thank you for the donation. And yeah, you guys help me get to those goals that you see on the screen. But subscribe if you like to, if you haven't subscribed already, and like this video before you go. I really appreciate you being here. I don't take you for granted. I know you could be doing anything else as you start to set up your next week of work, school, or whatever you may be doing. So yeah, tough loss tonight. On the bright side, the Canucks got a point. On the downside, the Canucks could have got 2 and could have prevented Winnipeg from getting any. So we continue to lose ground in this North Division. Thanks everyone for being here. Whether you're a local, national, or around the world, I appreciate you. And like I said, sub, like, and join as a member if you'd like to. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Have a great night. God bless. And go Canucks go. Booyah!